Hello, it's me again. I haven't been posting for a bit because I had some stuff going on. I do get busy from time to time with stuff. Um, I got my lights off because it's hot. um, I'm doing really good. I've been active. I've been busy with crocheting for this Christmas in July, and I've been trying to be helpful and supportive with other people, and um, I'm just like doing my thing. Figuring out who I am. I think I'm really close. I'm wearing different clothes now. I feel like more like myself. My foot's healing up really good, and I'm trying to figure out what to do to feel more like I'm helping people. And this month, one of my friends is on an adventure, so I gave her a little bit to help with her adventure, and um, I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yes, and I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Got the Christmas in July thing at the famous Husband Emporium. Starts tomorrow and it goes until the 22nd. And my stuff is on sale. Yay! And I got this new idea from customer. This is a positive pepper. This one is Bell, and I think this one's gonna be $8. And this one is chili. I don't know if you can see them. Chili, little red pepper. I think I might have made it a little longer than they typically are, but I like it. It's cool. I think I made it $5. I remember so I would have got one of those in the shop, and just waiting to see what's gonna happen with that, and I'm hoping it's as good as last year. And um, it just seems like it's a time of the year when everybody has stuff going on, and we're getting busy, and like I'm supposed to be getting kitten, and Social Security wants me to do stuff, but it's hard to figure out who's supposed to do what and when, and because medical system, it's like I don't know what's going on with the medical system, but it's weird now. It's like it's hard to get into specialists even if you clearly need one, and um, it's hard to it's hard to get medical treatment, especially if you have weird health issues that are like mine that they're not going away. So I'm just treating from one issue to another, one thing to the next. I might sit down. I like that I was standing. I don't have my lights on. Yeah, let's see, I need to adjust this little, oh, my boobs. There we go. The only problem with it being so hot here is that I have little issues like that, but at least the important stuff is covered. But yeah, I'm feeling more myself. I'm happier all the time. I've been going up to the park and I've been wandering around, and it's really cool out there. I see all kinds of interesting things. Today I've been seeing these little cute things. I think they're called marmots. Well, the big ones are about the size of a house cat, and the small ones are like ground squirrels. So I think they're babies, and they're getting bigger, and they're getting all fat, like the all like I don't know if they're really fat, but they kind of spread out. And then because they stay close to the ground, and they're like yeah. But when I first saw one, I thought it was a cat, and it wasn't. And but they're very cute, and they let me get close. They don't let me pet them or anything, but they let me get close. But I suppose it's a good thing because even though all I want to do is pet them and see how soft they are, there's a lot of people that would probably be mean to them. So it's probably a good thing um, that they don't come up and be extra friendly. And let's see what else is going on. Oh yeah, at the park, and then I see dragonflies and butterflies and all kinds of pretty flowers out there in the park. And the only issue I'm noticing right now, with it being summer, is you got to be careful with the tourists. I don't know what it is about going on vacation, but I think people's brains turn off and they just do all this stupid stuff that they wouldn't normally do, like if they were home. And so, yeah, always got to be aware of some idiot might be out too. So, um, but I've been doing pretty good. I didn't get stepped on or clobbered or anything by any tourists. Not that they didn't ditch backwards towards me without checking, but I was actually very much aware of his what was going on, even though he wasn't. So nobody got hurt, but yeah, it was still annoying. Tourists can be annoying, but we need the money too. So the communities that go to visit need the money too. So that's it is what it is. Um, but I've seen just so many wonderful things in the park. And then today I thought I saw a mouse, but then it turned around to run, and it was a chipmunk. I didn't know chipmunks were that tiny. They're so cute. It was just like there's so much cool stuff out there in the park. That's like it's all so cool. And I'm really liking where I'm at and everything and trying to figure out all this stuff and like I still don't know how to get to introduce to somebody that might actually love me and date me, but I'm doing a lot better with my friends. I've cut a few people off. I probably mentioned it the last video, and it seems like it's just been a lot. I feel healthier. I feel happier, and I got a friend that I kind of accidentally forgot to get their number, and then I got back in contact with her, and she seems to be doing better than she was when we were at the shelter. Though, put it that way. She's not where I am, but she hasn't been out as long as I have either. So, and she had a lot more issues than I did. I think whatever happened to her is still kind of fresh, at least in her mind. So, I'm not going to be like, but yeah, because everybody deals with things in their own way, and some things are really bad, and it can have really, really negative long-term effects. And depending on things like um, the resources that you have available, what actually happened and what was said, some things can stick with you for a long time. Like I've never thought I was pretty. It's so weird, so very weird to hear people saying that I'm pretty, like almost all the time, and they don't seem to want anything from me. So I'm like, what the heck? Was I pretty the whole time and people were just taking advantage of me? And I'm like halfway done with my life probably, and that's when people start telling me the truth. It's so weird. Um, but I'm just trying to wrap my head around things and figure out who I am and like good advice for people who might be in a similar situation. Like one thing like that I noticed with this that that might mention if I didn't mention it before with some of the people that that were giving me trouble. If you feel like somebody is trying to manipulate you or control you, you are probably correct, especially if you met people at a homeless shelter like I did. There's a lot of people in the shelters that have severe mental health issues and drug problems, and sometimes a combination of both, or maybe there's something going on with them that they're not telling you about, like a criminal history. Um, it happens. So it's just you just gotta be aware that there are people out there that are like that. And like for me, I met a bunch of people at the homeless shelter and they seemed like they were really nice, but then once I got out of the controlled situation, they kind of started showing their real colors and what their true motivations were, and it wasn't anything good. And I'm just really glad that I could disconnect from those people and not have to um wind up dealing with that anymore, because I'm feeling so much better about my life and about myself. And I go to the park and I can do things. I eat what I want. I eat when I want. I'm as healthy. I feel like I'm healthier than I've ever been in my whole life. And this is like where I'm supposed to be getting old and falling apart or something. I don't know. I think age is different for everybody, because like I've heard people describe people as young as I am as elderly, but yet I'm not elderly. I don't, I would not consider myself elderly. I consider myself elderly if I was much, much older. But like in my 70s or 80s or even 90s, I might, if I can take good enough care of myself, I might be able to. Um, anyways, I realized what I was supposed to be talking about. I kind of got sidetracked. I'm still working on getting better with doing these. Sorry, I don't really have a focus for it, so I get sidetracked. But yeah, like if you notice somebody's being like controlling or manipulative, or they're doing stuff that just doesn't hit you right, it's okay to tell them to stop talking to you or to cut them out of your life, because like some people are really out there just to hurt other people, and it's not always the homeless people. It's not. Some people are homeless because of people like that, but it is okay to cut them off. It is okay to ask for help if you're having too much troubles, or they're causing too many problems. It's just crazy that society tries to tell us that. Oh, it still feels like society's trying to tell women that we're not important at all, and yet we have to wind up taking on so much responsibility because a lot of people aren't responsible for themselves. And it's just like you do have the right to tell somebody, I don't like how you're treating me, I don't like how you spoke to me, I don't like how the behaviors you display. You can tell somebody that. Yeah, I don't have an interest in being friends with you. I don't have an interest in hanging out with you. It's okay to tell that to somebody. If they're causing problems. But like I said, I'm gonna ignore that. My phone has been ringing a lot today, and it's nothing. Um, so I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm not expecting a call, so I'll call him back. Um, but yeah, I'm focusing more on my friendships that seem to be more positive at the moment, and positive music. um, and I'm just gonna try and do stuff and get things going. My friend who went on her spiritual journey seems to be doing a lot better. That was the whole point of her going on her spiritual journey, and I really applaud her for being able to leave, even though it's scary, and go and do something that's just so, yeah, different. And but yet she seems to be doing so much better than she was when I met her, and it's just great to see that something like that works out. And then I've got other friends that just like I can be supportive, and I can be happy, and I can cheer them up and stuff like that, and we can go hang out if we feel like it. And like the one friend's still a little hesitant about the hanging out part, but that's fine. They're talking to me, so sometimes you have to be careful with some friends, like especially like I said, I met them at the homeless shelter, so it's not like I'm dealing with people who are um, unburdened, I'll put it. But it's like it's crazy. Um, but I love my friends, and I'm having just a wonderful time now, and I'm starting to get ready for my birthday, and I'm starting to be able to think about my life as myself. And this is probably the first time I've ever been by myself. And it's great. Everybody's telling me, oh, you can't be alone because of your health issues, but I think I've been having less health issues since I've been alone. I think other people's demands and controls are part of the reason I had so many of health issues. So I'm just really glad that everything seems to be coming around. And but like I said, I get busy. I got therapy stuff. I got paperwork stuff. I got um, housing stuff. I got sometimes things will go on where I have to stitch. And we are coming into the time of year I like to refer to as the Christmas crises or the holiday crises. It gets insane how much work I need to do. So I may not post as often as I like, but I'm doing the best that I can, and I finally got a minute where I feel normal, I feel healthy, I feel like myself again. Um, well, not that I'm ever gonna be normal, but like I said, I haven't really found much to do with this channel, and I just don't really have that much of a following. So, um, and I'm trying to be a disability positive, and like people maybe even have better or more accurate health information or advice, like job seeking stuff for people with disabilities. Um, and it's just like, I don't know, because every area is a little bit different, so you'll have a little bit different issues. No, even if you have the same condition, and even if you have the same condition, you might still have different issues just because you can be in the same town with different issues. It's just like, but I kind of want to be like disability supported. I'm, like I said, I'm starting to get into. It feels like the LGBTQ community is starting to want to have me as a friend, and I'm not. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm liking it because I'm part of the community. I mean, I'm not LGBTQ, but I feel like I'm part of the community in general. It's opening me up to another aspect of interacting with people, and I want to be positive with that too, and like maybe even parenting stuff because I know right now with everything being so crazy, people have no idea how to handle certain things. But it's like, I mean, like trans issues, for example, people are concerned about their kids, how to raise them, what to tell them. Like, just like when they're tiny, don't worry about it. And when they get bigger, if they start talking about stuff, then that's when you would have to talk. That's when you would be talking to them. But I wouldn't be like, yeah, a little bit of parenting advice, I guess. I wouldn't be like pushing the idea because kids are known to say the weirdest stuff just because they're kids. But if this seems to be something that they're not, that isn't like some kind of game or something silly they're saying and it sticks with them, then that would be like, like who do you feel like you are? Like what name would you like to be if you were allowed to be who you feel like you are? And then like, because the whole parenting thing is to do what's best for each individual child. And it's, you know, it's just, they're all different. They'll all come up with different weird things, but a lot of parents will tell similar stories about weird stuff their kids did or gross things their kids did because they're gross. But you just, I'm they're not all the time gross, but they can do and say gross things because they're kids, and so they may actually think that's funny. But yeah, it's just like the whole parenting. It's so complicated, and like it seems like now people are just making it even more complicated. And I think like with infants, you take care of their bodies, you make sure they're healthy. Um, you don't have to worry about trans or gay or whatever until they're old enough to start to understand the mind body connection. And then even then, you may not have to worry about it until they start to understand sexuality. And that's usually an older age than people are saying. Um, though it can happen younger, kids don't always understand that stuff until they're older, sometimes even puberty. So don't worry about the whole what if they're trans, what if they're gay thing. Just raise them what's best for them and then deal with whatever might pop up in a positive way. That's my advice on that one because I don't think kids need to worry about their sexuality or their physical gender versus their mental gender till they're older. Okay, so I'm gonna pop off now and see what's going on. Like I hear my neighbors in the hall anyway, so yeah, it's not really much to talk about. But I'll talk to you later. Bye.